What's up, Hub Watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's your boy Noname coming back at y'all with another Giants update video. In this one, we're going to be covering the final practice of the Giants OTAs, practice number 10 within their off-season program this year. And because of that, it's going to be a relatively short video. For those of you wondering why I had nothing out on OTA number 9, it's simply because it wasn't much of a practice. It was more so a lot like a bigger hands-on film session type of day that they had for OTA number 9. It was all about time management and situational football for Pat Shermer and the guys. So really, like I said, it was very much resembling basically a film session but on the field. So there's not really much to cover. It was a lot about getting to the line in time, discussing what to do when there's this much time left on the clock and all that. Nothing much to cover, so there wasn't really any plays I could talk about or any players that I could talk about. Real quick, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day with the family, whatever you're doing, or if you just like a quiet Father's Day where you're relaxing, sitting back watching some TV and whatnot. Hope you have that too. Salute to you guys. Love all you fathers out there. So let's get right into it. OTA number 10. The Giants wrapping up this OTA practice in 2019. This practice was completely different from the other ones in the sense that the starters and the first string guys really sort of took a step back. They took a break. This day was more so for the second string guys, the younger ones, all the backups. They were the ones that were hands-on, that had the ball. Starters like Saquon, Eli, and Shep, they were all on the sideline cheering them on, maybe screaming or giving a few pointers to them and whatnot, but they actually did not really participate at all, which I guess was just to give these guys some more practice time because when you think about it, they would need it more. They don't have the field as much. If one of them decides to step up because of, say, God forbid, an injury or the player underperforms, they have this experience and this knowledge now through OTAs to know what to do. For position players that really shine today, it was really the quarterbacks and wide receivers. So in general, today was a very offensive day. It was very offensive firepower type of day. We've had a lot of I guess you could say back and forth between the offense and defense throughout OTAs. The defense really shone more than the offense, and I guess for the second string guys and third string guys, it's the offense side. It's a little bit of the opposite. One guy who I've been talking about throughout this entire 10 practice of OTAs is Daniel Jones, and because he had the entire practice today around like an hour in total, there was 3 different sessions, because he had all that time basically to himself to show what he can do. He really came out and basically showed how much he improved and matured since he first came here. I think I mentioned it in the last video. Teammates like Sterling Shepard and Golden Tate, they all mentioned, even Saquon, they all mentioned how much he's changed since he's come here, how much he's learned, how much he's picked up, how fast he's picked up on a lot of the NFL stuff, how fast he's adapted to the new NFL locker room, how fast he's taking in all his knowledge and putting it into practice on the field. Daniel Jones really just showed that today. He had a couple of great passes. There was a nice accurate pass to Rhett Elson on an out route. And this was during half-line pass drills, by the way. He had a couple really good passes to Benny Fowler, who, by the way, while I haven't really talked about him as a focus during the videos, he's actually had a good offseason among the wide receivers. Don't be surprised if he turns out to be our number 3. I mean, really, the number 3 spot is still really a toss-up in the air. I thought it was going to be Corey Coleman. He's had a good, steady, consistent offseason. He's shown us that he could be reliable both in-game and out. It could be Darius Slayton because he's another one of these rookies that is extremely improved. It was almost like they need to just go through a learning curve. He's become really good, and he could really vie for that number 3 spot, really improve the consistency in his hands. He's probably one of our fastest receivers out there. The maturity he's shown for his age is great. Or it could be Benny Fowler, who's had a really good but quiet offseason, you know what I mean? I mean, that 3rd spot is really a toss-up in the air. I'm completely fine with whoever it turns out to be. It could even be Cody Latimer again. I mean, I wouldn't want it to be Cody Latimer per se, and that's not a disrespect to any of his talent or anything. I think it would be better if he comes off the bench. Maybe give him a little less minutes just because he's injury prone, and that might actually help with lengthening his career, and we could use him in certain situations and whatnot. So going back to Daniel Jones real quick, one of the plays he showed where like he just looked like a NFL level starter of quarterback is and something I don't think he would have been able to do among an NFL team, say a month ago when he first came in, was when this was a throw to Benny Fowler. He was looking towards Rhett Ellison, who he's already connected with on the IR that I mentioned earlier. And basically what Daniel Jones did is he read the defense. The type of defense they were playing was the linebacker was in coverage. So they were moving towards Ellison because they saw that Jones was looking towards him. And then something he did, which seems very simple, is he just basically quickly shifted his shoulders really quickly. I'm talking about like within the span of a second, shifted his entire like central gravity so that he could turn and basically shoot the ball downfield towards Benny Fowler. And obviously it was a fake towards Rhett to get towards Fowler because the defense opened up a gap there where the linebackers were going to cover Ellison, and Fowler just ran through that gap. Now it's a very simple play when I talk about it, but this is not something he would have been able to do a month ago. This is not something I don't think any rookie quarterback would be able to do when they first come in. I'm talking about very they first come in for the very first time and are among NFL levels of defenses for the very first time. But I just love what we're hearing from Daniel Jones. He's really improving a lot. He's showing that I think he's showing everybody that we have nothing to worry about if everything plays out well, if there's no injuries. I really think that's going to be the only thing that could hold back this team moving forward, injuries. And if there is none, I think we're a legit competitor, you know what I mean? But Jones has really been impressing. I'm super happy with it. Let me know what you think. Same thing with Benny Fowler. He has had a quiet offseason, but he's had a good, consistent one nonetheless. Carrying on with Jones, today he basically showed two really great things in his skill set: accuracy and timing. One, I guess you could say one pass that is all about accuracy would be one to Scott Simonson, a guy we haven't heard of recently, which is another spot that might be a toss-up right now between CJ Conrad and Scott Simonson for the third tight end spot, which is important on this team because Evan Ingram is an injury-prone guy. So once he gets injured, the third tight end spot becomes a second tight end spot, and we use the second tight ends a lot. And in our running formations, we usually have both tight ends out there blocking. My bad, guys. I'm kind of gassy, blocking for Saquon and whatnot. But one of the passes he had, Scott Simonson, was basically during red zone drills. He was open and he targeted him low away from the defender. It was really the only good spot you could throw the ball for the tight end to catch it and get a touchdown. And then he continued that chemistry with Simonson on a 7-on-7 back shoulder fade, which is what these experts will call an NFL caliber throw. It's really hard to throw the back shoulder fade because it's a combination of accuracy, timing, and arm strength to get that ball down where it needs to go. Even some NFL starters can't make that throw right now, believe it or not. But that's something I love to see. And guys, remember how a couple videos ago, and I briefly mentioned it, and I guess you could say I sprinkle it in. I tried to throughout all my OTAs. I talked about how the energy level of these OTA practices are great. I'm happy to see that everybody's so excited. I'm happy to see that literally everybody on the team is showing up for voluntary practices unless of medical reasons such as Nate Solder and Mike Remmers, or for one of them it was a personal reason for Jonas Jenkins. Every single person on the roster is there for OTAs. Everybody's there with high energy. They're all they're all talking smack, but it's like playful trash talking. Is there with the intent of basically pushing your teammates to do better rather than a malicious, a maligned intent. They're all there trying to create this energy, and it's help building this chemistry. And it's something I said was really important because it shows that they're having fun and it shows that they want to be there. I think it was either OTA 6 or 7 where Saquon, the guys, they already ended the practice, but they all start chanting for one more play. It shows how much they love being there with each other, how much they love playing with each other, and I like to see that because chemistry is one of the most important non-tangible things that is to a football team. And I wasn't the only person that noticed this. John Schmleek, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, guys let me know. He is a writer, an official Giants beat reporter writer for Giants.com. He has been covering OTAs and the Giants for 12 seasons now, as his profession. And in his own words, he said, "I've never seen chemistry and energy like this. It sounds like an exaggeration, but the vibe and energy is positive, and I can't wait to see how it transfers to training camp and games come this summer." That's what I've been saying. It's something that's really going to impact this team only in a positive way. And when things get amped up, when they get taken to the next level, when we start seeing them play with pads in training camp, and eventually in the preseason and regular season, this is all gonna do nothing but help the team because they all like each other. And it's a testament to Dave Gettleman and Pat Shurmur for the locker room that they created. I don't think this would have been possible with the locker room last year. I don't think we would have all this good energy on there, all these good vibes. They really reshaped it by getting rid of some players that were controversial and also getting rid of some players that we never thought were cancerous, such as Snacks and maybe Landon Collins. But this right here, the locker room is really going to be the start of it all. It was even in the comment section of my last video, people talking about how Davey G really just, I guess you could say, struggle with this locker room. And I think it's true. It's going to help with chemistry. It's going to help with teammates liking each other. It's going to help with them motivating, helping each other. You learn from each other and you grow together. In fact, I'm pretty sure Pat Shurmur said something similar about the OTAs in general. That's what it's all about. Learning together, growing together, becoming a team together. Being a team is like being part of a family. And if it's like that, you could only do good. It's only going up from here, guys. I see positive things with this team coming into the future. I can't wait. Obviously, we still got training camps to go through, but the regular season is what, only 3-4 months away. I mean, the time is coming down fast. I really just can't wait to see it. Let me know what you all think. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and guys, hit that subscribe button. My new goal right now is to get to 250 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button. A lot of you were watching and not subscribing. Hit it, help your boy out. Let's get to 250. I'm out. You're